Hi there, this is Hugh Chappelle, winemaker at Quivira, and today we're going to talk a little bit about one of our newest wines. This is a Q-only wine, which means it's only available to our Q Wine Club members, and it's the next journey, I would say, or the next stage on our journey with an signature estate white Rhone blend. Many of you already know, and I hope love, our Viognier Sauv Blanc, which has become a traditional wine spring release every year. We have Roussanne planted as well, and that Roussanne has just gotten, the vine age has just gotten mature enough that we're able to showcase it now in its own bottling. And the cool thing about Roussanne is its complexity, its texture. It's sort of a yin and yang to the Viognier Sauv Blanc in that that wine, crisp, fruity, super refreshing. The Roussanne Viognier is really more about texture. It still has those exotic aroma notes from the Viognier component, but Roussanne and Marsanne are really the flagship white grapes from the Rhone Valley in France. Northern Rhone, the wines are more Marsanne based. Southern Rhone, they're more Roussanne based. And so this ties in, segues perfectly with the similar focus on our reds. More around Grenache and Mourvedre than just Syrah. 2012 was a fantastic vintage. This wine is just coming into its own from bottling almost a year ago. We decided to hold it in bottle until it was really starting to show at its best. Right now, the Viognier really pops out of the nose, but it's a lot more than a straight Viognier. You have really subtle floral notes, a sort of hint of classical Roussanne nuttiness, sort of apricot, peach, just a lot of layers in the nose. The palate surprises you with the initial acidity, but it's not a hard acidity. It's a really soft acidity, and then the flavors and the texture really fan out. The wine has richness without being heavy in any way. Malolactic was blocked this vintage to really preserve acidity. Doesn't mean we won't occasionally do some malolactic on this wine, but this first vintage, 2012, the best balance was achieved by not pursuing the malolactic fermentation. Similar to our other white Rhones, this vintage was no new wood, but a mix of neutral barrels, a tiny bit of the acacia wood that you guys know we use on our refuge and the fig tree. And a range of barrel sizes from 60 gallon to the 120, 130 gallon puncheons. These wines, Rhone whites have a reputation to, be occasionally challenging to pair with food. In this particular case, with the punch of the Viognier, I actually don't think that's the case. I think, I think if you think what might go good with a medium-bodied to a little bit richer white with good acid, similar to like a Sonoma Coast Chardonnay, a well-done Sonoma Coast Chardonnay, I think you'll find a lot of tie-ins with what will work fabulously with this wine. These wines can actually age surprisingly well. Despite the young vine age here, we think this wine is going to age very nicely for several more years in the bottle, at least 2 to 3, and I wouldn't be surprised with the good storage if it goes 5 to 7 years or more. Anyway, it's a new wine for us. I look forward to the feedback and hope you enjoy it.